This is the Dacia Sandero MK2 2018 model year. And when it comes to common problems, one of the most common issues with this car, especially in high mileage, is the vehicles with automatic transmissions. As you see, we have the manual transmission, so manual gearbox, no problems with this at all. And if you have automatic transmission, the easy R 5-speed automatic transmission is not that reliable, unfortunately, and it's gonna cost you a lot to repair. So this 5-speed automatic transmission is jerky in the city, and actually it's not terrible when it comes to the longevity, but the problem is that these transmissions will cost you a fortune to repair, because the ECU costs a lot, the clutch pack costs a lot, and the repair prices, I mean labor prices, are insanely high. And that's why you're going to have issues when you come to repair at 150, 200,000 kilometers, 100, 130,000 miles. And then the second option of the automatic transmission was the CVT. This is the Jetco CVT, the Japanese transmission, but the problem is that it's not reliable at all. It's probably the worst CVT transmission in the world. But thanks to the light body of the Dacia Sandero, this CVTs weren't terrible. But of course, if you're getting the used one, it's not a good idea. You better get a manual transmission, manual gearbox. The problem with these CVTs is that they are not serviced well, because the manufacturer doesn't recommend to service them, to change filters, for example, and you need to change the filters, and you need to change oil much more often than the manufacturer recommends, and then these transmissions, they will last. But if you don't service them well, they will not last, and they will fail at 150,000 kilometers, 100,000 miles, and require a lot of money for repairs or replacement. Then one more pretty common problem is the front brakes. The front brakes in these vehicles are non-ventilated. You probably don't see this, but in my car, which has about 50,000 kilometers mileage, which is 30,000 miles, the front brake disc is already damaged beyond possible use. So once my brake pads are worn out, I will need to replace it with the disc. At this mileage, it's ridiculously early. So yes, these brakes are not long-lasting, but fortunately the brake efficiency is not bad at all. Here in the rear, you will most likely have the drum brakes, which are cheaper, and surprisingly the drum brakes in these cars, they are not problematic at all, so they are quite good and don't cause a lot of problems. Then I would also point out electrical issues, electrical gremlins in this car. Once the vehicle is 5-6 years old, you will get issues like power windows not working, horn not working, fuses blowing out for no reason, something in this switch is not working, stalks not working. You will get issues with the infotainment screen, and all these connection issues. They are just gremlins that are hard to find. They are not that expensive to repair and not hard to repair, but the problem is that finding them may take a lot of time with the car electrician, which will cost you quite a lot of money, unfortunately. Also, one of the known issues with these cars is the body rust. The body holds okay if it's not damaged at all, but once it's damaged and painted, the rust is there very, very fast. And you need to pay attention to any painted areas, to any repaired areas, or any damages like here in the front. If you get a stone damage here, it's very important to take care of it as soon as possible, because otherwise the metal just starts destroying very, very fast. This is the problem because of not really high quality paint. This is a budget-friendly car, so the paint was budget-friendly, and as you may guess, it's not of extremely high quality, and that's why any damage on this car should be taken care of very, very fast. Then you may expect that the engines in these vehicles are not extremely reliable, but it's not true. They are actually reliable. Even the 0.9 turbo engine, which was one of the most popular in Europe, is quite okay. It's not perfect in terms of reliability, but anyway, these engines are good, and they can last more than 300,000 kilometers, 200,000 miles, which is the average for this budget of the vehicles, and actually for all vehicles on the market. So this is not the worst car in terms of engines. So Renault engines, Dacia engines do seem to be quite reliable and long-lasting. So not a lot of common issues with these cars actually, and given they are pretty affordable, they can be a good purchase as a first car, or maybe as a vehicle for your work.